welcome to Leesburg, Virginia. Segra Field, the site tonight for Game 2 of group play in the USL Jägermeister Cup between Louisville City and Loudoun United. It's the third meeting between these two sides this season already across 3 different competitions. Alongside Carmen Boquin, I'm Josh Appel. Thanks so much for being with us as we take a look. So Lou City and Loudoun United, they're matching up for the 3rd time this season. The first one early in the USL Championship regular season, a 2-0 win in the Lou City home opener. Ray Serrano got the scoring started, a highlight reel flick on goal, and then it was Taylor Davila who netted his first of the season. A little extra insurance to Lou City for that 2-0 win.
Let me correct myself. I wanted to make Monterey Bay. It was between the M's. You know, I got lost over there. And yeah, just another match between them. You were talking about that first one, the one in March, and then this one in April. Lou City again at home, defeating the US Open Cup 2-1 against Loudoun, even though Abukura got to score one late one.
Yeah, Abukura, 3rd in the Golden Boot race in USL Championship. It's been a long time since Loudoun has taken down Lou City. Got to go all the way back to July of 2019. They have lost 10 of 11 all time against Lou City. But good news for them, first time they're beating Lou City this season here at home at Segra Field. We will have lineups. We will have kick from Segra Field and Leesburg right after this.
Meet Bob.
Did you sign up for your boating class?
Nah, I gotta learn how to swim first.
Meet Abisola.
New shoes?
They are a lifestyle.
They fell in love and now have a blended family.
You are a bad influence.
You're welcome.
Life isn't always easy when cultures collide.
Hey, Auntie.
But they can always count that Abisola loves Bob.
Everything's gonna be great.
And Bob hearts Abisola.
Weekdays at 7 on DCW 50.
This is business today. Fast, unpredictable, always changing. Shifting trends and technologies are pushing aside old rules. The unexpected is the new normal. At Segra, we'll help you navigate a complex future with state-of-the-art voice, internet, and data protection solutions. We know you have dreams, and we see your potential. Segra, freedom to grow.
What kind of future do you want? You have something worth fighting for.
Failure is not an option. Anyone? Just a second, Bradley. Anyone?
On this field, winners are born.
Hold on to your butts.
I know who did it. I know why.
My thing's bigger.
Shut up.
Settle up, partner.
Here goes nothing.
Get your game on.
Thanks for coming after me.
We look forward to our very bright future.
Super serving the DMV means covering the entire DMV.
Whether with a regional approach, so you know what's moving in and where the action will be.
And most importantly, so you know when it's getting serious.
DMV First Warn Days on DC News Now means you need to be weather aware.
So you can prepare, plan, and keep your family safe.
DC News Now, super serving the entire DMV. Get your forecast at dcnewsnow.com.
Jägermeister is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the USL Jägermeister Cup. Take a shot at glory and celebrate the magic of this exciting tournament all year long. Please drink responsibly. came to Minnesota United 1-0 in the U.S. Open Cup. Josh Appel, Carmen Boquin about ready to go from Segra Field in Virginia. Lou City in the white, Loudoun in the black. We're just moments away from getting started here. Thomas Snyder, our referee, waiting him to give the okay to get things going. Loudoun have not beaten Lou City since July of 2019. They've lost 10 out of 11 all time. They felt they made some progress last time out in the Open Cup in the 2-1 loss. Liked their game a lot better in that one, did Loudoun, as opposed to the 2-0 win for Lou City early in the regular season. We're underway in Jägermeister Cup action. Two of the top teams in USL Championship battling it out in Group 5. Early foul here whistled on Loudoun. Second fewest fouls conceded, by the way, this year. They get one called on them in the first 30 seconds. Lou City coming off that 2-0 win against Monterey Bay, ended the 3-game winless streak that included that Minnesota United loss in the Open Cup. It was a great bounce back performance from Lou City. Danny Cruz was not all that happy with the team's performance in the game prior. And it's cleared away here by Loudoun. And one of the big reasons why this team is still unbeaten, Carmen, just 5 goals conceded.
Incredible.
In the USL Championship regular season through 10 games. Damian Loss, who picked up the clean sheet last week, a couple of saves. He's got a 0.50 goals against average. If that number holds, he would tie the all-time record in USL Championship for goals against average in a single season.
Yeah, it tells you a lot about the player that you have in the goal, but also about that back line and how well it is working. Aside from that, making just a few adjustments and changes, but everybody who's ready to step in are making it to the task.
Danny Cruz told us this week that he felt it was complete performance from the group, proud of every phase against Monterey Bay. Did a great job with the ball, exploiting movements and spaces. They were relentless without the ball. Limited the opportunity for Monterey Bay, and it's really the first time in a few weeks that Danny Cruz felt his side put together a full 90 minutes. Again, after Hartford, he had a heart-to-heart with his team. Lots of frustration after that one. It was a 1-1 draw. Hartford, a bottom dweller right now in the Eastern Conference table. And they were very frustrated with that. They expect more from themselves as Davila flicks it forward, and Faroux comes out to nab it for Loudoun. Quickly taken away by McFadden, but a good job by Tingy to win it right back. Pedro Santos, the 37-year-old, swinging a miss, and then he got fouled. Santos, what a vision he's been for Ryan Martin. Signed at the end of April through the rest of the season after a 25-day contract. Former DC United, Columbus Crew. All he did in his first 4 games was make USL Championship Team of the Week twice. An assist in the Open Cup as well. And he finds himself in the starting 11 once again tonight. Carmen, we talk about how stout Lou City has been defensively. Loudoun United have only conceded 10 goals this season. That's tied for 4th in the league. But if you're Loudoun, how can you attack this Lou City side and get some attack going tonight?
Well, when you have Loudoun in front that have scored 19, second best scoring team so far. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams face each other. Hopefully Loudoun finds a way to move a little bit of those spaces, try to create some pockets where they can find themselves in terms of scoring the goals. Not going to be easy, but they're going to sure have to try a lot harder to see if they can get to those goals really early on.
Loudoun have been magnificent at Segra Field this year.
True that.
A perfect 4-0-0. I'll try and keep that unbeaten streak going here tonight. That was one of their points of emphasis for Loudoun this season. They wanted to make teams walk into Seger Field and make it difficult and have it become an advantage for Loudoun. Abakura trying to get there first, but cleared away by Toch, who scored last time out to get things going for Lou City. I asked Danny Cruz, the head coach for Lou City, you look at Abdelatif Abakura and the season he's had, 8 goals, scored against them in the Open Cup, and I said to him, look, you know that eventually a player like him, he's going to find his opportunities and get there. As Santos is on the ball, puts it forward, Velo teed it up, shot was blocked and then cleared away by Ordonez. But Danny Cruz said to me, it's not necessarily about Abakura. Obviously we're focused on him, but Flurry and Velo is what makes that combination work.
Yeah, they find a way to connect between each other and try to create that damage. We saw it right now, how they were coming from one flank, then just going into the middle and transitioning from one line to the other until they put themselves into a good position of getting a shot. Of course, it was crowded there. They're going to keep
tight quarters along that touchline and moved ahead. Ryan had some trouble with it. Now it comes for Tingy. He was dispossessed, and McFadden and that wonderful mullet take over. McFadden has Wilson making a run. Jansen Wilson cut off well by Faroux. Jansen Wilson, a guy that Lou City would love to get going. And of course, although he's not available tonight, Cameron Lancaster has made his return to Lou City, reacquired from Lexington earlier this week. Lou City's all-time leading scorer, his 3rd stint with Lou City. Not available tonight, did not make the trip because of an illness. Nothing overly concerning though. So they're without Lancaster, they're without Goodrum, who's got an excused absence tonight. But both these teams have been dealing with the injury bug as of late. And Loudoun, of course, coming off of that 2-1 loss against Miami FC away from home 2 weeks ago. They conceded early on in the 4th minute in that one. Responded with an equalizer from the spot from Abakura. And then Miami regained the lead later in the first half, and that's where the score remained 2-1. And Ryan Martin said, look, we're not going to make excuses, but it felt like a game where finally the injuries and the fatigue of a heavy schedule caught up with us. Had that 2-week layoff. Guys who had minor knocks were able to get healthy. They're feeling good heading into this one. There's Ryan Martin, Coach of the Month in April. First time that he's won that award. First time that Loudoun's had a coach win that award. Comes wide, and good job taking that away.
And you get it. It's been a great effort from Loudoun. 7 wins, only 3 losses. They're fighting there neck to neck in the first spots of the standings. So, of course, you see the effort being put down on the field, and such a good thing for Ryan Martin to be awarded that Coach of the Month.
They had an excellent month of April. Off to their best start through 10 games in club history. They've never made the postseason. And, it seems like that trend will change here in 2025, although we're only about a third of the way through. Here's McFadden for Serrano. Flicks it across, headed away by Turner. Flick back towards goal. Kevin Lambert was waiting in white, but Faroux able to make the play on it first. First 10 minutes kind of feel like a feel-out process for both sides. Neither have created much of an opportunity yet. And on cue, Santos gets it back. Not sure if he was trying to play it wide for Velo. He just mishit that. Regardless, it's out for a goal kick.
It's almost 10 minutes. They're still trying to figure it out, but it feels like Loudoun has been more creative in terms of just finding a space and going faster towards the goal. And a little bit more of a defending position for Louisville so far.
City 2-0 win over Monterey. They had only scored 3 goals over their previous 3 games, 2 against Lexington, a 0-0 draw against Pittsburgh, and 1 goal against Hartford. They only concede 5 goals the entire year, and just 2 in May, including only 1 in league play. You're going to get results more often than not. Abakura, his shot never got all the way through. I think that actually deflected off the head of the Lou City defender. I believe that's Ordonez who's down. Seen a lot of that for both these sides, but specifically Louisville. They're thin up top. Ordonez, All-League first team, back-to-back seasons for him.
Yeah, it's clear that was really, it's more like a side weight and a little bit of the head, but still really hard one. Takes a minute to recover for him.
Ordonez
but he's up.
Yeah, he looks to be okay. Abakura, one of the top goal scorers in all of USL Championship, had a lot of pace on that attempt. Ordonez wore it right off the noggin.
Whenever you talk to defenders or goalkeepers and ask them, like, what's the biggest advice for a young female or male trying to follow this career, it's like, don't be afraid of the ball, because you're going to get hit a lot, and you're going to be there in the midst of it.
This is Santos. The veteran presences in the middle with Velo and Santos. Santos is 37, Velo 32. Velo is tied for first in the league in assists this year with 5. He had 5 all of last year. The next regular season match that he plays, it will be number 150. And talking to Ryan Martin about the impact that Velo has had, it's exceeded all expectations. They knew they were going to get a great player, but they've gotten someone who has been so influential, believes in a cause bigger than himself, and has been such a great leader for this group. The relationship he's built with Abakura has been phenomenal, as this comes out in front, and Loudoun strike first, and who else but Abdelatif Abakura. The all-important first goal goes to the home side, Loudoun United.
And here it finally came, that moment where they had that chance. A big mistake over here, not being able to handle that ball clearly, allowing definitely the opportunity for Loudoun to be the one who opens with the first goal of the night.
That goal scored by Abdelatif Abakura, presented by Hanley Energy Management for a digital age. Well, there wasn't much going on, a seemingly innocuous ball. And in the 14th minute, Abakura cleans up the mess. And now, for the first time this season, in 3 matches, Loudoun United playing with a lead.
You know, they got knocked out by Louisville in the US Open Cup. It's a little bit of a revenge. 2019, last time they were.
Cross. Serrano tried to settle it down, cleared away.
That they were able to win against them. So maybe it's that feeling of finally stepping their foot and showing that they can get the wins. Scoring early on, it's really important for them. We'll see how they handle this now.
Just the 8th goal across all competitions that Lou City have conceded this year. And one that they probably think is entirely preventable. Difficult for Ordonez there, and it leads to the goal. And Loudoun United will certainly take it.
Unfortunately for Ordonez, not being able to head that ball and have a deflection to disallow that play to keep going on at the end served as an assist.
And Abukura, who scored in the last 2 games, now makes it 3 in a row with that goal. Just 20 years old. Became the youngest player in USL Championship history to win Player of the Month as well. He's having a breakout 2025 again. 9th goal across all competitions. Like that 10th goal across all competitions. He had 5 all of last year. Adams leads the team in minutes across all competitions. That one also off the noggin. That's Lambert who took the brunt of that. Friendly fire this time.
A galactic year.
250 million years. Or could aliens live among us already? The Big Bang Theory.
Weeknights at 6 on DCW 50.
Lambert looks to be okay. 1-0 on the goal a couple of moments ago by Abdelatif Abukura. Loudoun United playing with the lead against Lou City for the first time this year. They haven't beaten Lou City since July of 2019. Carmen Bokeen with you. This is game 2 of group play in the Jägermeister Cup in Group 5. Each of these teams won their first Jägermeister Cup games back in April. There's Danny Cruz, one of the top coaches in the league. And Ryan Martin, a ton of respect for one another.
For Abukura, his 10th goal of the season, 8 in USL, 1 in US Open Cup, and now another one in the Jägermeister Cup.
On the right side, here comes Lou City. Across, never got to Serrano, but comes down into the 18. Unleashed, but deflected by Loudoun. Now Serrano, cut off by Santos, comes out in front for Wilson, tried to feed it through. It comes for Serrano again, and he's denied by Faroux. Still alive, though, for Lou City, and that's sent well high.
By Faroux just being good. But here, that extra step that they ended up taking, just trying to do the extra pass, ended up not allowing them the best chance for a better shot. But Faroux was amazing in that one.
Serrano.
Wow.
Denied by Faroux. And then Davila, who scored from around that distance against Loudoun already this season. Powered it well high. Tingy nearly turned it over for McFadden. Toch. Became the all-time regular season minutes leader in USL Championship history earlier this season. McFadden. Delivery comes in. Actually over everybody. Perez keeps it in along the touchline. Nyman watching him. Perez has it deflected out for a corner.
That was a good idea of changing just a little bit the position of the defenders, moving somehow, ended up allowing this corner kick. But it feels that after the goal, it's been the best moment from Louisville after that Loudoun first one.
The in-swinger towards the back post. Perfect! Absolutely perfect! And it's Adrian Perez off the corner who levels it in the 20th minute. It came down right to him. Lou City has been so good off of set pieces this season, and they strike again.
What you can't believe is nobody watching that player coming completely unmarked, finding the perfect spot, obviously receiving such a great ball to the space just for him to send it to the back of the net. That's such a big defensive mistake of leaving that second post unguarded for nobody to watch it, and then Adrian Perez scoring.
Perez scored against Loudoun in the Open Cup. He scored against Richmond in the 4-1 win in Jägermeister Cup action. And now he has another one in the second game of group play. And we're leveled at 1 here, closing in on the halfway mark of this first half. Nyman on the turn. Lambert from behind. Pushes it out wide for Abukura. He has the goal for Loudoun. Aua gives it up for Nyman again. McCabe. And that's intercepted. Here come Lou City. It's Jansen Wilson who delivered that ball in off the corner. Perfectly down for Perez. Now Santos gives it away. Jansen Wilson towards the edge of the area, just strikes it wide. Jansen Wilson had an excellent performance against Monterey, picking up right where he left off in this first half against Loudoun.
What a great recovery here. Just putting the extra pressure, taking the ball, and then why not? Make your own run, put yourself in the best position possible, get that shot that goes just a little bit wide, but keep creating those chances either from up close or from a distance.
Damian Loss, the 23-year-old, was not supposed to start last week against Monterey. Danny Fondes picked up a knock in pregame warmups, and so Lasu was going to be sitting due to a coach's decision. Had to get in the right frame of mind. Came in, made a couple of saves, earned the clean sheet. 5th of the season, that's 3rd most in USL Championship play. Santos went down, advantage played. McCabe, Nyman. Abukura trying to go over the top. Tingy wasn't making the run that he thought he would make. And Loss able to handle that as Santos gets up a bit gingerly. Long ball. Learman. Hello, watching Toch along the touchline. Perez by the end line. That was deflected, but not out. Smart play by Farouk to grab it. Manny Perez, who you just got to look at, scored in the last match against Monterey, scored against Richmond in the first Jägermeister game. Before this season had just one regular season goal, and it came in 2020 against North Carolina FC, but he's played all over the place this year, mostly as a wing back. gives him the chance to go forward as Awua is down for Loudoun United, grasping that left foot. Goals in the 14th by Abakura. Perez in the 20th. This is a good ball. Tingy tracks it down, flicks it towards the middle, comes down Abakura. Too strong on that touch. Below. That's through Ryan. Now Santos. Back wide, and he earns the corner. This is an IBEW Local 26 corner kick. IBEW Local 26, empower your future.
Oof. That's like, as a defender, you hate when that happens, right? You don't ever want to remember that it happened.
Gotta be a lonely feeling. Santos will take the corner. McCabe trying to keep it in. He does. Back towards goal. McFadden flicks it in the air. Now Serrano. Santos recovers. Tried to deliver it low. Lou City dealt with it. Santos strikes. Blocked. Valo. Edge of the area. Now McCabe over the top. Nobody home. Takes another deflection. Serrano can't get rid of it. Ryan's shot is blocked. Learman. Turner resets it. Blue City had plenty of chances to clear there, unable to. Credit Loudoun for keeping it alive.
But at least they were still there, just populating the area, not allowing any good spaces or chances for Loudoun to get a better shot towards goal.
Nyman standing over it. Below, back for Abakura. He has the goal.
You did the head count faster than that.
On the give and go, Tingy tries to feed him in front. Blocked away, out for a throw. Below quickly on it. Santos goes down, no foul, play goes on. That, though, will draw a whistle. And then McFadden and Valo end up tangling. These two teams, top quality, and they are not happy at the moment. McFadden animated, and he is shown a yellow.
You know, in Spanish, we have a saying that you're playing for free. I think he's playing for free. Because, I'm sorry, but the intention was clear. And it doesn't matter if you got hit first or not. Your reaction was not okay. Look at that. But still, you don't grab anybody and throw them to
I mean,
that could be red.
WrestleMania was a little over a month ago. McFadden might have a future in it after that. There's a little spine buster action there on Flurry and Valo. And Valo gets a yellow as well.
Because of the fight between them. But McFadden should be happy that Snyder decided not to show him a red card. Because that could have easy. There's intention.
Yeah, he grabbed him by the waist and threw him down. Now, Valo might have, I don't want to say it. I don't want to be accused of it.
No.
Valo definitely sold it a bit.
I would have done the same thing.
I'm not saying
I'd be getting an Oscar from doing that, but.
So regardless, both guys get booked. Shy of the half-hour mark.
And they were safe because they could be down 1 minute.
Continental cards, elevate your collection. Fadden. Finally settled down by Santos, moves it for below. He goes down, play continues. Now the whistle comes and a late foul on Lambert. Fourth official.
Stop
with
yelling.
some words, yep, with some words for the Loudoun bench. These are two teams that have an identity they'll stick to. Both playing supremely well in league play this year. Loudoun trying to remain unbeaten across all comps here at home. Abakura, he has one. Off the giveaway, Abakura denied by Las. Big save to keep it 1-1 in the first half, but it's out for a corner.
And we already have one from the other side, Faru being big, and now the second one, it's Las. It's gonna be a good match in terms of goalkeeping and those big saves. Here's another one.
This is an IBEW Local 26 corner kick. Abakura will take it. IBEW Local 26, empower your future. Abakura delivers. The in-swinger. Las missed the punch. And that's out for a throw, right by the corner flag. I mentioned earlier that Lou City historically has been excellent on set pieces. This year they have struggled. You wouldn't know it by their goal off the corner. Level the score at 1 after Abakura put Loudoun ahead in the 14th minute. Took just 6 for Lou City to draw level.
Yeah, and it was important those 6 minutes because they didn't give up. They tried to find a way for them to level it up, and they did. And after that, it's been a little bit from both sides, but we still haven't gotten that extra goal for each.
Tingy. Learman chased back and will leave it for his keeper, Hugo Faru. Made his 250th career save last week. 2 weeks ago, excuse me, against Miami FC. Saved a penalty for the second time this year. And now Loudoun on the move again. Abakura puts it wide. The cross. Trying to get it for Tingy. Tracked down again by Velo. King and Tingy. Turns it back for Abakura. Velo. Abakura. Santos for Velo. Tight quarters with Tingy. Cleared away by Lou City. Perez battling with Turner, and Turner wins that. Learman. Nyman. Lambert has that big size advantage on him in the midfield. Awua trades with Abakura. Santos settles it down. Tingy, easily handled, and out for a throw. Serrano thought maybe that deflected off of Loudoun. Santos on the switch. McCabe. Abakura. Awua. Abakura tried to slide it through for McCabe, and it was taken away by Lou City. But Abakura, determination with the takeaway. Abakura squirts it in front. Lost denies again, comes out for another chance, lost his way out of his goal, and they couldn't fire it on, and now it's deflected high. Out for a corner. What an opportunity for Loudoun, just unable to cash in.
Incredible. How do you break this play down? Because from here, just taking your moment, putting your body in between the player and the ball for you to win it, then trying to give the pass, and of course Last doing his job, not allowing the player, opening the space for him not to find a good space for the shot, and finally ending in a corner, which who knows what can happen after that.
This is another IBEW Local 26 corner kick. Santos will take it. IBEW Local 26, empower your future. Santos delivers, whistle blows as the ball was put into the air. It's Jansen Wilson down for Lou City. Yeah, below, bit of a right elbow there to the midsection.
Yeah, Malo has already the yellow card. But he's going to take his chances though, right?
We'll get a second attempt at this corner though. Delivered in again. Santos, and it rolls over the touchline. Over the end line, excuse me. Trying to figure out why Loudoun, despite that foul, still had another corner, but Lou City able to escape.
I think it was so fast in terms of kicking the corner and then the play being stopped because of the whatever happened before it was put on play that they didn't even play it. Maybe that's why.
Abakura, so dynamic. Lays it wide for Awua. Below comes over to grab it. Now Nyman. Turner. For Learman. Good to see Turner back getting minutes. Injuries have been a story for him in his Loudoun United career. Missed some time earlier this season with an ankle injury. As Adams turns it back for loss. And a couple of big saves in this first half to keep the score 1-1. Lambert. Long down for McFadden. Bodying Tingy. McFadden across. Nobody home in white. Flicked away. Abakura settles it down. Nyman battling with Lambert. Now Santos. Pedro Santos for Abakura. Velo floats it towards the area. Adams gets ahead on it. Serrano. And then cleared. Wilson settles that down nicely. Jansen Wilson drags it towards the middle. Tees it up. It was blocked and rolls harmlessly for Hugo Faru. The 28-year-old Frenchman, third season with Loudoun. Career high in clean sheets last year. 3 across all competitions this year, including the win against Lexington in the first Jägermeister Cup matchup. Jacob Erlandson ended up scoring the winner in that one in the 6th minute of stoppage time back on April 26th. 0-0 all the way up until then. Which, if you're Lexington, you'll take. If you're Loudoun, you'll obviously take the 3 points on the win, but recently played to a 5-1 score in favor of Loudoun very recently. It's the last home game here for Loudoun. As Ryan couldn't control, Lambert leaves it for McFadden. In the 41st minute, it was Abakura in the 14th to make it 1-0 to Loudoun. And then Adrian Perez in the 20th for Lou City. 2 Jaeger Cup games for Perez, 2 goals. That's unplayable for McFadden.
Meet Bob. Meet Abishola. Life isn't always easy when cultures collide.
Hi, Auntie.
But they can always count that Abishola loves Bob, and Bob hearts Abishola.
Weekdays at 7 on DCW 50.
42nd minute here in the first half. 2 of the top teams in the Eastern Conference, 2 of, I would imagine, the favorites in the Jägermeister Cup. Lou City unbeaten. The only one remaining in USL Championship. Their lone loss to Minnesota United in US Open Cup action. They're 8-1-4 in 13 games across all comps. Josh Appel, Carmen Boquin with you. McFadden. Serrano spins, tried to feed it through for McFadden. Good positioning by Santos. Aua can't track it down. It rolls out for a throw to Louisville.
You can tell how high intensity Loudoun is playing this game. They really want to win, not only to keep their expectation again alive in this Jägermeister Cup, but also, you know, they got knocked out of the US Open Cup because of Lou City. So it's always interesting if you can like get that out of the way really fast. You get that opportunity, and they're trying to do that with good chances for both teams. We'll see if the halftime give them that extra boost for the second half.
Davila try to get it ahead for Wilson. Ball up in the wind now. Wind gusts around 25-30 miles an hour. It's a chilly day in Leesburg, and we expect, not during the game, but later on tonight, temperatures could drop into the 40s. Serrano resets for Ordonez. And Velo trying to chip the keeper. Velo! Florian Velo from way out puts Loudoun United ahead once again. You'll be seeing that for a long time.
Wow, you always talk about goals like this, right? Whenever you have that player that it's there, looking exactly where the goalkeeper, the opponent's goalkeeper is positioned, and takes the risk, and why not, goes and does this. Well done by Velo. Like you said, this goal is going to go around, but they're taking that out.
Oh, so much for that.
Ooh.
And now, that's out for a goal kick. Yeah, it's unfortunate for Velo. That goal will not count.
Yes.
So the ruling is that there was a handball before the goal.
So he had to stop.
Oh, it went off of Velo's right hand.
Yeah.
We'll show you the shot in a moment. That negates a highlight reel. You'll see it very clearly right here.
Yeah. And then he's allowed, there you go. There's no doubt there's a handball.
All right,
I
so
think that's why he didn't celebrate it. He was like, wait a minute, maybe they're going to disallow it.
I couldn't hear the whistle either. The eruption of the fans here at Segra Field.
And you know, like when you have kids and you scold them, well, maybe Last Now will be a little bit closer to his position and not allow another chance like this one for Velo, because he knows he can go and get it again.
Good lesson learned.
Yep.
Tingy with a nice play on it. We'll have 4 minutes of stoppage time added to the first half. Brought to you by Novek as Abakura carries. Abakura for Ryan. Ryan lost it. And Lou City turns it over. Abakura will reset. So again, 4 minutes of stoppage time in the first half brought to you by Novek. Novek's energy-saving tips are a real game changer. Abakura in the 14th, Perez in the 20th. We thought Below might have put Loudoun ahead with a goal of the Jägermeister Cup so far, but was disallowed due to a handball. Very clearly on replay. Good catch by Snyder, the referee. This is out for a throw to Lou City. Check that it was a foul, so it'll be a free kick. Loudoun does not like that foul call. Serrano was the one who earned the foul. It's a little testy at times in this first half as Kyle Adams, the city's captain, has a word with Thomas Snyder. Shots are 8-6 in favor of Loudoun in the first half, 3-2 as far as shots on target. Just 6 touches in the Loudoun box for Lou City in this first half, despite 33 entries into the final third. Serrano puts it in play. Davila floats towards goal. Wilson has a size advantage, but Oua won it. Ryan got rid of it. Abakura chases it down, has Velo making a run in the middle. Abakura gets around Davila. Abakura for Ryan, settles down for Ryan, deflects for loss, and he jumps back on it. Some very tense moments in the attacking third for Louisville defending today.
Sorry, and well done by Abakura here, even taking advantage of that deflection by the player for Lou City, and then this second chance for Damian Last to be able to just get a hold of the ball and not allow in this first half another one.
Last has had to make a few big saves and a few big plays as Santos controls. Pedro Santos feeds it across, making the run for Lowe, and just put it over the bar. Velo thought it was deflected.
But it wasn't, right?
But he's not going to win that argument.
Yeah, I think from the angle where he is, of course, running, getting such a good ball by Santos, and then connecting that header, he can easily think that it was deflected, but Damian Last, but it wasn't.
He might be arguing that Toch got a piece of it.
You think so?
It didn't look like it from here, though. So we await the whistle for halftime. It should come any second. An entertaining first half.
But keep building that intensity, so
Absolutely.
Second half you can take advantage of it.
Well, how would you expect anything different from these two sides, two of the top teams in USL Championship, in the same group for the Jägermeister Cup. Below for Abakura wide. Abakura tries it for halftime here at Segra Field in Leesburg. What a first half for Loudoun United and Lou City. Loudoun struck first. Lou City answered just 6 minutes later, but an entertaining first half, Carl.
I agree with you, entertaining, a little bit of box-to-box in a good few moments, but a lot of possession for Loudoun. It's clear that they want to keep the 3 points at home. and we're going to have an exciting second half for sure.
Ryan Martin and Danny Cruz will take their sides to the locker room, go through some second half adjustments. But it was an entertaining one. Loudoun United struck first. Albacura, his 10th across all competitions. Adrian Perez then leveled it off a corner. We've got more Jägermeister Cup action at the half with Loudoun United after this.
Will beings from another world come to Earth?
Turn left at Alpha Centauri. You can't miss it.
Watch for signs of hyperintelligence.
How long is a galactic year?
250 million years.
A love for rocketry.
I remember them going up higher.
And the capability to destroy humanity.
It's eating my face!
Or could aliens live among us already? You decide on the Big Bang Theory.
Weeknights at 6 on DCW 50.
This is business today. Fast, unpredictable, always changing. Shifting trends and technologies are pushing aside old rules. The unexpected is the new normal. At Segra, we'll help you navigate a complex future with state-of-the-art voice, internet, and data protection solutions. We know you have dreams, and we see your potential. Segra, freedom to grow.
DC News Now is on Roku. Early morning, ready, set, Roku. Afternoon, Roke Us. Evening, overnight, whenever you want, Roke it on Roku. Need your weather? We've got that. Want to see what the community's up to? We've got that too. Looking for ways to stretch your dollar? Roke your savings. Newscasts, features, weather, sports, living local DMV, and custom content just for you on Roku. Search DC News Now today and let's Roku and roll.
You have the power to save. Take charge of your energy bill with these tips from Novec. Adjust your ceiling fans to rotate counterclockwise for warmer weather. Novec also recommends installing a programmable thermostat to avoid cooling your home when you're away. Set your water heater to 120 degrees. Novec is helping members save energy, which means saving money. Harness your savings power. Find more tips and tools at novec.com/save.
Halftime is brought to you by Van Meter. 1-1 between Loudoun United and Louisville City as the advantage due to goals scored. Charlotte Independence scored twice, so they are in second above Loudoun despite being level in points. Well, if you're wondering what the USL Jägermeister Cup is all about, stick to it here. I'll tell you what it means.
This year, the Jägermeister Cup will feature all 24 clubs from the USL Championship and all 14 clubs from USL League One. The 38 teams are placed in 6 groups divided by region. 4 groups will have 6 teams, 2 groups will have 7 teams. Each club will play 4 matches in group play, 2 at home and 2 away. At the conclusion of the group phase, the 6 group winners and 2 wildcard teams will enter the knockout stage. To set the quarterfinals, the wildcards are locked into slots as away teams. Group winners are drawn for spots 1 through 6, then drawn to fill the matchups from match 1 all the way to match 4. In this stage, wildcard teams cannot play against the winner from their respective groups. In the semifinals, the 4 remaining teams will be drawn randomly, and the last 2 teams standing will be drawn to determine the host for the Jägermeister Cup final.
At 7:30. Back with more from Leesburg, Virginia after this 1-1 at the half between Loudoun and Lou City.
What a start to the season, and Louisville City leads.
Joe Brito! Oh, it's magnificent! What a finish!
Wait, come back! Wait, come back, I need more help.
Take a loan, my Fanny. Take a loan for free.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
Pound of wood a day.
What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
3 ice-cold Jägermeister shots, please. Those look warm.
Serve it cold or don't serve it at all. Jägermeister. Damn, that's cold.
DC News Now, bigger and only getting better.
Join us as we welcome Susan Tran to the DC News Now team.
Decades of journalism experience, a steadfast commitment to community, and an energy we can't wait for.
Susan Tran joins DC News Now, super serving the DMV with Susan Tran at the anchor desk.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on DC News Now.
Halftime is brought to you by Van Meter. One at the half about the call-ups to the U17 United States national team from Birmingham and from Orange County. And then right there in the middle, more than a game, the USL United Black Players and Bellevue University awarded the 4th USL Impact Scholarship to elevate Tampa Bay. And Pathway to Pro, Greenville Triumph has signed former USL League Two Defender of the Year Toby Sims to a professional contract. And of course, USL Championship, USL League One, a growing league, a growing organization, which means a lot of heavy investments all around. Let's take a look at some new stadiums coming your way here soon.
This is Centerville Bank Stadium in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, just opened in early May with a capacity of more than 10,000. This is the newest gem in the USL Championship, and there are more of these coming pretty soon in both the Championship and League One. 2 clubs progressing towards their new homes are Detroit City FC and Sacramento Republic FC. Detroit City has acquired the land it needs close to downtown, while Sacramento has a similar goal in its downtown district known as the Rail Yards. Future plans are in the works for Oakland Roots SC, New Mexico United, and expansion club Buffalo. In League One, AV Alta FC's inaugural season kicked off in a renovation of Lancaster Municipal Stadium. Portland Hearts of Pine upgraded a local icon, Fitzpatrick Stadium, for its debut. Greenville Triumph SC broke ground on its new home with help from co-owner, the great Ronaldinho. And defending League One champion Union Omaha is planning its next home. 2026 expansion includes Fort Lauderdale United FC Stadium Complex, already a USL hotspot, and expansion stadiums are nearing the finish line in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Eugene, Oregon, Corpus Christi, Texas, and Boise, Idaho.
Thanks to our guy Dan Lucas for that. It is 1-1 at the half here in Leesburg. We will have highlights, we will have stats coming up next.
DC News Now, the only station focusing on the entire DMV. Reporters in 5 locations throughout the region. A look at weather with a regional approach, so you always know what's ahead. And an unmatched commitment to local news. More community, more breaking news, and more weather coverage for everyone in the DMV. Join Chris Flanagan, Susan Tran, and Janessa Webb. Watch DC News Now tonight at 10 on DCW 50.
Come see what's trending on Karamo. He has deleted 1,938 texts in the last 30 days.
Unlock that phone for me. What's in there that you cannot show me?
See what's taking over everybody's feed.
You did try to gaslight her. You did try to mislead her. You did try to manipulate her. I don't even worry about that at all. This is a lot of chaos from the beginning.
Are live all season on Karamo.
Weekdays at 3 on DCW 50.
What kind of future do you want? You have something worth fighting for.
Failure is not an option. Anyone? Just a second, Bradley. Anyone?
On this field, winners are born.
Hold on to your butts.
I know who did it.
I know why.
My thing's bigger.
Shut up.
Settle up, partner.
Here goes nothing.
Get your game on.
Thanks for coming after me.
We look forward to our very bright future.
At Luray Caverns, there's only one thing more timeless than the formations.
Grandma, check this out.
The memories. What will you discover? From down below to way up high, there's fun in every layer of Luray Caverns. What will you discover?
Jägermeister is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the USL Jägermeister Cup. Take a shot at glory and celebrate the magic of this exciting tournament all year long. Please drink responsibly. First half highlights from Leesburg. It was an exciting one. As Loudoun United tries to beat Lou City for the first time in 6 years. 11th minute. Opportunity. And Loudoun United would take advantage. They strike first. It's Abakura with his 10th across all competitions.
Yeah, it took them a few minutes to be trying really hard to get that goal scored. They got it at minute 14.
And then Davila missed everything on the follow. But
yeah.
A few minutes later,
yeah,
Lou City on this perfect corner.
They took advantage of this situation. And, you know, whenever you're doing a corner, and you have a man that it's on mark coming from the back, perfectly spaced for him to receive that ball. First touch, send it to the back of the net. That was the equalizer, minute 20.
31st minute, really the last 15 minutes of the first half, it was all Loudoun United. Abakura nearly bagged his second.
Yeah, it was one of the big saves from Damian Lass in this first half. What a great shot from Abukura, just trying to do it from a bit of a distance and surprising Damian Lass in that one. And then another one, a big few good opportunities for them, different shots, different opportunities, and at the end is this last and final one that ends up going wide.
So our first half stats, they favor Loudoun United. 63-37 in possession. They had 3 corners to Lou City's 1, although Lou City did score on their 1 corner. Shots 9-6. Shots on target in favor of Loudoun as well, but the score is 1-1 as we head in the second half.
Yeah, Loudoun is doing their due diligence and just trying to find their way towards goal and scoring another one, whereas Lou City has been defending just a little bit too much and taking advantage of those chances that they do have.
So what will the second half bring of the third meeting across 3 competitions between Louisville and Loudoun this season? Lou City has frustrated Loudoun with 2 wins already. We're underway here in the second half. Amadou Dia checks into the game along with Evan Davila. Ray Serrano and Manny Perez will exit. Those subs are brought to you by Segra. Loudoun should be very happy with their performance, but unhappy that they left a man unmarked to concede the goal off the corner. Aside of that, Lou City has not been able to muster up many opportunities. It's been kind of a nagging issue for them as of late, despite scoring 2 against Monterey in their last league match. They have brought in reinforcements, although Sumble tonight due to an illness. Should be available soon, though, for Lou City. Philip Goodrum remains out. Sam Gleedle is out as well. Ryan Ownby, not sure when he's going to be back, dealing with the same injury he's dealt with all year long. And a whistle here. I believe the flag was up for offside. Zach Ryan, leading goal scorer in club history, all of that. The way that Abdelatif Albacura is producing, that might not last for very long. He led the team last year with 10. He's got back-to-back 10-goal seasons, but just 2 this year, and he's only taken 5 shots in nearly 600 minutes regular season USL Championship play. Taken by Wilson, puts it wide for Perez. Perez turns. Adrian Perez for Davila. Davila strikes it well wide. Couldn't curl it in, and he's unhappy with himself. At the very least, you want to make Faroux make a save. Not the case there.
Well done here by Perez, just trying to put the ball in a better position for Taylor Davila to be able to get the better shot. Like you said, his face sending the message that he wasn't comfortable with the end result of it.
On the touchline, throw for Loudoun United. Lambert was over there pressuring Learman.
From one feet to the other and then getting that left shot so perfect, just by a few, ended up going wide, but it could have been such a great goal.
Aua. Now Nyman. Space now to the outside. Albacura trying to back heel it back to him, but Lou City is on it, and they get the clear. Whistle blows here. Lambert is down for Lou City. The Lou City training staff will come out and check on Lambert. Talk about how good this Lou City team has been. This is the longest undefeated streak to start a season for the club since 2022, when they started 7-0-3 through the first 10 games. They ended up winning the Eastern Conference that year, but lost to San Antonio in the USL Championship final. If you're wondering, the longest undefeated streak to begin a USL Championship season, as the yellow has been shown to the Loudoun bench. Heard the 4th official earlier having some interactions there, and now the card is given to the bench.
I think it was the head coach too, right? You see,
it looks like one of the assistants, because Ryan Martin standing up along the touchline talking to Thomas Snyder. I believe the assistant coach went back and sat down. I believe that's who earned the yellow for the bench. But again, if you're wondering, McCabe, the veteran, game day squad tonight for the 4th consecutive game. Prior to this run, he hadn't been on game day squads in back-to-back games all year. Slowly but surely working him back in. He has earned the role. He has earned the increased playing time. He is one of the original members of this club, longest tenured player at one club in all of USL Championship. We'll hope to provide some good minutes for Danny Cruz in this second half. Jansen Wilson takes it wide and earns the corner. Good play by Learman to get in the way of that. And the corner upcoming for Lou City, their second of the match. They scored on their first one. Adrian Perez in the 20th minute, made it 1-1. McCabe will go out there to take the corner. The in-swinger into the mixer. Bodies flying everywhere, comes towards goal, and the strike goes wide from Amadou Dia.
Good one there by Amadou Dia, just staying from a little bit of a distance, being able to recover that ball, getting that first touch shot. But in this one, Loudoun trying to cover as much space possible and not allow anyone to get through it.
Toch wins it forward, but now Abakura on it. Toch applying pressure, flicks it ahead. Perez trying to get there, battling with Turner. Couple of 16s going at it. Put out in front, good ball. McCabe wide. Dia couldn't play it. Now Dia floats it towards the middle. Below got in the way. Santos then takes a shove, and that's a foul. Here's that foul. Dia.
It was a slight. As slight as it was still a foul.
So Faroux will put it back in play. Now throwing for Louisville. They want to get it going quickly. Learman got in the way of that, and then Below flicks it back. Learman tracks it down. 10 minutes into half number 2. Two stingy defensive clubs. Lou City have only conceded 8 goals across all competitions, 5 in USL Championship play. Abakura gets rid of it. McCabe on it for Lou City. Now Davila on the turn. Wide for McFadden. Fakes the cross, now services in. And Wilson unable to make a play on it. Puts his hands to his face, and it's out for a goal kick. Loudoun trying to move with speed. Room for Santos. Pedro Santos. He went down, and that pass ended up rolling all the way to loss. Damian Loss was not going to play last week. Danny Fandez got hurt during warm-ups. So Las had to step in, and all he did was notch another clean sheet against Monterey Bay. Ryan wins it for McCabe. Now Abakura trying to find Velo. Ordonez stepped in front of it. Perez went down. That's a foul. Davila stands over it. Deep free kick coming for Lou City. Loudoun scored first. Lou City tied it. Davila floats it. Headed towards goal and then deflected high. Well played by Loudoun. Toch got the first header on it, and then Turner put it over the bar. But I guess they say Lou City got a deflection after that as they try and spring Ryan long. Ordonez stepped in front. Wilson battling and rolled it over the end of the touchline for a throw. Abakura has the first goal. 10th across all competitions. His incredible season continues. Aua has room in front for Ryan. Ryan slides it in, and Loudoun is back in front. Beautiful feed from Kwame Awua, springing Zach Ryan, and just shy of the hour mark, Loudoun United in the lead again.
And it happens in such a good moment of the match. After the big effort, after Louisville almost close to scoring one, they were able to trace really fast, put themselves in the best position, and what a great shot definitely by Zach Ryan without anybody marking him down for him to score the second one of the match and putting themselves up again.
His conversion rate sky high this year across all competitions. That's the third goal he's scored. Last one came a few weeks ago earlier this month against Lexington, and this one is massive. Now can Loudoun defend for the final half hour and beat Lou City for the first time since 2019. That goal scored by Zach Ryan, presented by Hanley Energy. Energy management for a digital age. Remember, it only took 6 minutes for Lou City to level the score after Abakura scored in the first half. McFadden for Lou City. Delivered in. Comes down, cleared away. Dia lost it. Velo in a battle. Two great midfielders, but it's Davila who wins it. Service comes in. Loudoun got a head on it. Settles down though for Lou City. Toch. Ordonez. Fadden drags towards the middle. Evan Davila for Perez. He has the Lou City goal. Now Taylor Davila. Amadou Dia. Tingy watching him. And Tingy for the second consecutive 1v1 wins it. Loudoun unbeaten at home this year, 4-0-0. Lou City unbeaten away from home, 3-0-3 across all competitions. Oh, excellent fee that's got to make that man incredibly happy. Ryan Martin has this Loudoun United team humming in 2025, despite the hiccup against Miami FC 2 weeks ago. This would be such a huge win as far as the Jägermeister Cup goes in group play, but also for the psyche of this Loudoun United side, which have not beaten Blue City, as we've talked about throughout, since 2019. Farouk. It's finally corralled by Loudoun United. Santos plays it back for Tingy. Content to just play it out from the back with Farouk. 2-1 on the goal by Zach Ryan in the 59th. Ordonez sprints after it. Ryan hot on his tail, but Las able to get rid of it. This Loudoun United side has been the better one today, without question. Fully deserving of this 2-1 lead. Santos went down. Amadou Dia called for the foul. Carmen, how can Lou City kind of clamp down here and get back into this match and maybe turn the tide a little bit with Loudoun controlling the majority of it?
Yeah, that's the thing to take in consideration, because first half they didn't have the ball that much. They still created big chances, got to score one from a set piece. But in this second half and now going against time, it's about just getting that ball as fast as possible towards the goal and finding a good space in there. But defensively, even with the substitutions being made, they're trying to do such a better and big effort in that chapter. So we'll see how many available men they do have to create more chances.
Turner. It's a good job by Awuah. Gets around McFadden and tried for the switch. Adams flicks it away. And it comes all the way down to Farouk. Nyman puts it off Dia for a throw. Over the top. Valo settles it down. Gets it back. Tingy back for Valo. McFadden has to retreat. Toch. Now Davila gets it moving for his brother, Evan. And his pass for Jansen Wilson was behind him, unable to be recovered by Loudoun. Abakura scored in the first half for Valo. Valo long for Zach Ryan. He's got one this half. Zach Ryan pops it over towards the back post. Nobody home for Loudoun. It's the 12th all-time meeting, third this season. Blue City have won 10 of the 11, and all of them since July of 2019. Perez lets it roll for McFadden. McFadden across. Cleared away. And it's out here for a Lou City throw in the 68th. So 2 subs brought to you by Segra for Loudoun United. Alex Nagy, correction, Riley Bidois will enter for the second goal scorer, Zach Ryan. He exits to a round of applause, as does Pedro Santos, who's replaced by Ben Mines. Ryan, with the go-ahead goal, exits here in the 68th minute. First 2 subs tonight, used by Ryan Martin and Loudoun, as McFadden is on it for Lou City. Watched closely by Awua. Perez hounded by Turner, and then Perez commits the foul on Awua.
And you know, you were talking about that win in 2019, aside from Ryan Martin on the bench and Neiman. That's the only 2 men that survived from that team. It's incredible, right?
Hyman playing the majority of the match tonight. Certainly a one-sided matchup. Loudoun have increased in quality over the last few years, and now this year they are neck and neck with Lou City. Mines for Bidois, finds Abukura. Abukura slides it left for Awua. He had the assist on the Ryan go-ahead goal. The aforementioned Nyman. And Loudoun resets.
And you want to know who were the players from Louisville that are still on the team?
Right after this is Davila. Perez! Save made. Dia floats it, back post. McFadden converges and heads it high over goal, out for a goal kick.
But a good chance for them. So the only 2 player survivors from that last in 2019 is McCabe and Toch. Those are the 2 players.
So we see Isaac Cano coming on. Segra substitution for the goal scorer for Lou City. Adrian Perez exits, and it's Cano, the 20-year-old Lou City Academy product. Just turned 21, actually, at the end of March. Cano was added to the game day squad last week against Monterey after Goodrum had to exit after warm-ups. Goodrum unavailable tonight, excused absence for him as Lou City try to find the equalizer in game 2 of group play. The Jägermeister Cup. Loudoun have not lost here at Segra Field yet this season.
Come see what's trending on Karamo. He has deleted 1,938 texts in the last 30 days. See what's taking over everybody's feed all season on Karamo.
Weekdays at 3 on DCW 50.
Final 20 minutes in Leesburg. Will Loudoun hang on the goal by Ryan in the 59th. Chabelle Carmen Boquin with you. Below, pressing high. Las gets rid of it. McFadden. Cut off by Turner. This is the first time as this comes towards the back post. Rounded and cleared away by Loudoun. This is the first time that Lou City have allowed more than one goal in a match this season. They only allowed one or none in the rest of them. Loudoun tonight doing something that nobody else has, including themselves in the previous two meetings this season. Below. Ahead for Bidwa. Can Bidwa get there? He pokes it past Laz. He went down in the area, but nobody home in black to clean up the mess. And Laz calmly gets to it. That was a nice attempt, though, by Bidwa on the feed from below. '74th minute. Goals in the first half for Loudoun by Abakura in the 14th. Perez tied it in the 20th on a corner. Ryan in the just couldn't flick it towards goal. Went wide. Unfortunately, nobody making a run down that right side.
And the big effort by Below, just knowing exactly where to put the ball and finding Bidwa the best way possible.
Can't say enough good things about Below and what he's meant
True
for
that.
the club this year. Abakura back for Below. Below! Triggers it high.
Yeah, talk about him. He's so versatile. He can be in one flank, then go to the other, find himself space in the middle, and just running defensively, creating as much chances that he can. And this one with his right leg, but still denied for that goal.
Now Lou City building up. Dia whips it in. Nobody home in white. Cleared away. Abakura is on it. Toch giving chase. Bidwa takes over. Has Abakura wide. Bidwa to his right. Lays it off Below. Florian Below. It deflects and Toch clears. But it's kept alive by Nyman. For Abakura. McFadden converges. McCabe wide. Tommy McCabe for Abakura. Trades with Aua. 15 minutes to go. Tingy. Now Bidwa. He's been a menace since coming on. Draws the foul. Free kick coming for Loudoun. And Toch might get carded. Pretty easy yellow there. No play on the ball. Toch, the all-time leader in minutes played in USL Championship history. One of three with over 22K. Aiden Quinn, Kenardo Forbes, Sean Toch. Will that yellow and foul prove costly here? Can Loudoun, off this free kick, find some insurance? Abakura towards the back post. Well played. Wilson couldn't clear it all the way. Turner tracks it down. Gives off for McCabe. Now Abakura. Davila make that Cano hounding him. And it's taken. Dia. Lou City trying to move in transition. And that's a nasty foul. And that might draw a yellow. Let's see. Yes, it does. Aua gets booked. Another easy yellow, missed the ball entirely.
There was no chance debating that one. Not going definitely to the ball, stepping over his right foot. And it was clear, it was in the path for the referee.
Dia, is he onside? Flag down for now. McCabe with the clear. Back towards the outside, McFadden, and now the flag is up for offside. McFadden with some words.
Into the final minutes, and these 13 minutes are going to be really important for Loudoun, just to keep control of what they have been doing so far and maybe score that extra goal that they need, or see if Blue City gets to score one too.
As we know, the only reason that Blue City right now through one game has the first place spot, as McCabe is going to get booked here as well. The only reason that Blue City has that top spot is that goals for tiebreaker, so every goal is important. And even if a team is up like Loudoun 2-1, they might still try and be aggressive, because later on in group play,
you can make an
extra goal, exactly. Davila, into the mixer it comes. Lands, Tingy couldn't clear, and then now it's gotten rid of. Abakura in a race for it. Dia catches up to him. Abakura. And Las made a play on it because it was deflected. He tried to keep it in play, and it said it's out for a corner. It'll be an IBEW Local 26 corner kick. IBEW Local 26, empower your future. Abakura will take the IBEW corner. How good has he been this year, the 20-year-old? Third in the Golden Boot race, netted his 10th across all competitions tonight to get the scoring started. Abakura delivers. Comes down in the area, Mines tracks it down. Back for Abakura. Tries to go one more time into the box. It's deflected out for a throw. Ten minutes to go, plus stoppage time. Zach Ryan's goal in the 59th, the difference right now. Dia tracks it down. Tingy watching him. Tingy in good positioning, deflects and blocks. And then a couple of players get tangled up over there, and the foul goes against Dia, who's had a really tough time in this second half. Has not been tested much tonight. Give credit to Loudoun defensively. Give credit to Loudoun in general. They have had the majority of the possession. Just have essentially kept it away from Lou City. And now, some extracurriculars again. Things getting a bit testy. Adams has shown a yellow. Some more pushing and shoving. Mines and Dia getting in each other's face. Adams gets the yellow. Mines gets a yellow.
It's been feisty throughout. Like
cards aplenty tonight. Blue City will make a substitution, brought to you by Segra. Josh Jones, who made his debut earlier this season, comes in for Arturo Ordonez. Jones, the former captain at the University of Louisville, made his pro debut against Loudoun. He has space to work with. McCabe closes down on him. Now Bidwa, played well by Toch. Davila having some trouble, but he somehow spins through Velo and Abakura. Davila. Evans, make that Taylor's brother. McFadden floats it in. Cleared away. And out for a throw to Lou City. Dia with the long throw. Into the box it comes. Velo flicks it up. Won by Lou City. Now cleared away by Loudoun United. McCabe has to retreat. Sends it back toward the penalty area. And Farouk comes out aggressively off his line to nab that.
Yeah, he knows how important it is this final 6 minutes and how definitely can be such a good boost for the whole club. I mean, to get a win again against Louisville.
Farouk a bit slow to get up. Abakura's night will end. Subs brought to you by Segra. Abakura, another impressive performance. Robbie Dambrot will come in for him. Dambrot's been dealing with a back injury this season. Limited action. In fact, this is Dambrot's first action. Original member of the club back in 2019 as Abakura's days finished. I mean, how good has he been this season? How good has he been in this game? 10 goals across all competitions, including the one tonight. Making a case for MVP this year. Right up there in the Golden Boot race. This year, right now, his goal by Zach Ryan, currently the difference. The feed by Ouua in the 59th minute, a perfect one. And Ryan would not miss from that spot. Excellent pass in, and the captain put it home. Las Corrals. Niall McCabe. Can Lou City find the equalizer here late? Velo. Good job holding him up. Taylor Davila for Adams. McCabe again. Service in. And Farouk out to grab it. Dangerous ball, but calmly handled by the 28-year-old. Comes down. Ouua wins it. Ouua for Bidwa. Bidwa just couldn't get that extra step there. Toch in a good spot himself. Dia. Davila. Tiggy stepped in front of it. And here comes Loudoun again. Advantage played. Nyman goes down. Foul given. Lou City doesn't like it, but the advantage was already played previously. Evan Davila is called for the foul. And McCabe having a word with Thomas Snyder. That's a pretty clear foul on Davila. Gotta wonder what the strategy here will be for Loudoun. Final minutes before stoppage time. They just play it back, kill some more time, or does Velo put it towards goal? Velo towards goal, back post, headed and swatted away. Awua. Turner is out of the play at the moment. And now he's up onto his feet. That was an excellent attempt by Turner and a great ball by Velo.
Yeah, and it's a lot of communication, knowing exactly where to position yourself to get a shot like that one and be able to find a pocket of space to do something towards the goal.
And it'll be an IBEW Local 26 corner kick. IBEW Local 26, empower your future. McCabe put out in front. Another foul, this one on Taylor Davila. He doesn't like it. We're into the final 30 seconds of regulation. Back in play, McCabe. 6 minutes of stoppage time added to the second half. Brought to you by Novec. Novec's energy-saving tips are a real game changer. So Loudoun will have to hold on for 6 more minutes at minimum to earn its first win over Lou City since 2019 and just their second in 12 matches all time. And it would give Loudoun United a commanding lead. The top Group 5 of the Jägermeister Cup, Ryan Martin, tense moments watching on. His side has been in control for the majority of this one, trying to remain unbeaten at home. It'll be the first team out of USL to hand Lou City a loss in 2025. Their only loss in all competitions, Lou City, was to Minnesota United in the US Open Cup. They are 8-0-4 across all competitions outside of the Open Cup, 6-0-4 in league play. Again, Loudoun United unbeaten here at home. Cano, second half sub. Tingy clears it away. Adams on it for Lou City. Davila, Cano, he unleashes, it's blocked. Velo with the clear. Sent away. Long ball, is this onside? Bidois there, flag is up, it is off. Bidois has made his presence felt since entering the match. Adams for Davila. And it's given away. Laid ahead, Nyman. Will try and kill some clock. Dangerous ball. Faroux mishit that. Toch for Adams. Wide for Dia. Put into the area. Flicked into the air. Adams lost it. Started ahead for Bidwa. They've got numbers. Mines making the run. McCabe joins. Bidwa for McCabe. McCabe! Oh, but Loss got a hand on it to keep this one in range for Lou City.
Incredible. This was the final goal for Loudoun. What a great play, how fast they put it together, and then great shot by McCabe. And what it seems to be just the lucky moment for Lou City not allowing another one.
Be a corner. IBEW Local 26 corner kick. Ben Mines to take it. IBEW Local 26, empower your future. Trying to kill time in that corner. Well done here by Loudoun. But now Lou City take over with possession. Taylor Davila. Time is winding down. McFadden. Aiden McFadden trying to make it happen for Lou City. 90 seconds away at minimum from Loudoun's first win over Lou City in 6 years. Evan Davila puts it towards goal. Faru clears it away. And now sent even further. Adams. Into the area again. Comes out in front! Oh, it's off the post! It's off the post! Loudoun United remain on top. How did that not go for Lou City? Dramatic moments here late.
I think we're both speechless as of now. What a great shot. And then that unlucky fortune of the ball hitting the post and then deflecting its way back and not finding it through the net. It could have been the added excitement that was needed for Lou City.
It would have been Cano's first career goal had it gone. Cano. And that one's tipped over the bar. Are you serious? Faru on the Jones header. Two of the best opportunities of the night for Lou City have been denied by Woodwork and by the right hand of Faru.
What a great save from Faru, just crossing himself.
Off the corner, comes back out wide. Davila delivers. Davila slides it. Jones, McFadden headed away. Now Toge denied again. Faru one more time. Biggest flurry in the match comes in the final 40 seconds of stoppage time, and Loudoun is a Thomas Snyder whistle away from surviving.
I think nobody has a doubt.
And there is the final whistle. Chaos at the end. Loudoun United victorious in Jägermeister Cup group action. Two of the best in USL Championship. And Ryan Martin and Danny Cruz, so much respect between those two. A hard-fought battle, and hugs for the keeper Faru with two massive saves at the end to clinch the win.
And I think there's no doubt who was the man of the match. What Faru did was so big. These are the moments where fanatics end up falling in love with a player and understanding what a big moments like this happen. It was surreal how he saved those three at the end.
Well, we will catch our breath. We will take a look at all the halftime and full-time highlights. Loudoun United victorious over Lou City 2-1 in the Jägermeister Cup.
DC News Now, bigger and only getting better.
Join us as we welcome Susan Tran to the DC News Now team.
Decades of journalism experience, a steadfast commitment to community, and an energy we can't wait for.
Susan Tran joins DC News Now, super serving the DMV with Susan Tran at the anchor desk.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on DC News Now. Super serving the DMV means covering the entire DMV.
weather with a regional approach so you know what's moving in and where the action will be.
And most importantly, so you know when it's getting serious. DMV First Warn Days on DC News Now means you need to be weather aware.
So you can prepare, plan, and keep your family safe.
DC News Now, super serving the entire DMV. Get your forecast at dcnewsnow.com.
Hope everybody's had a chance to catch their breath. Loudoun United victorious over Lou City 2-1. It's the first win for Loudoun over Louisville since 2019. Let's get to our saves of the match presented by Segra. We couldn't just pick one. This final flurry, Hugo Faru, massive stops, got a piece of that, help from the post. Then the Jones header flicked over the bar, and then after it pinballed around, Toach tried to equalize, and a diving save by Faru.
Like, what else can you say after you see those actions? It's so important, 2 minute span, and he does such a great thing. It was amazing what he did throughout the whole match.
So let's take a look at our match highlights. It all got started in the 14th minute. Abdelatif Abakura off the feed from the deflection. Did not miss from there. Chipped it by Las. His 10th goal across all competitions was 1-0 Loudoun.
Great there, Learman with the assist, and then of course Abukura scoring the first one. It was an important moment. The best showcase from Lou City came after that, and they were able to equalize.
And a perfect corner came down for Adrian Perez to equalize in the 20th. They've struggled on set pieces this year. Historically, they haven't, but that was a perfect delivery in, and Perez would not miss.
That is how you score from a corner, and that is how you don't defend from a corner to allow a goal. And then at minute 59, it was the moment that they were looking, getting that big opportunity, a good run from Aua, and then finally Ryan scoring the second goal for Loudoun.
And then for the next half hour, really until stoppage time, there was not much doing for Lou City in the attack. Loudoun United did an excellent job. Ryan, who's been around for a while, back-to-back seasons with 10 goals. We just showed you the flurry.
Has 4 saves from Faru, and that is what made the difference and put the balance towards Loudoun, getting that win 2-1 against Lou City. Such a great night from Faru. What a great goalkeeper we have here.
Abakura, Zach Ryan, the goals. Ryan Martin, a hug for his goalkeeper, Faru. Another day at the office for him. That'll do it for us here in Jägermeister Cup action in Group 5. We've got a new first-place team in the group. It's Loudoun United, their first win over Lou City since July of 2019. 2-1 is our final. For Carmen Bokin and our entire crew, this is Josh Appel saying so long from Leesburg. Thanks so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.